Hey, howdy, hi, hello, hola, privyet, bonjour, guten tag. What is up, Vikings? So, what is up, guys? There's like 18 of you, 19 of you, 20 of you, whatever, on the stream today. Thank you guys for showing up. Interesting thing this morning. Torin dropped news. As you know, that just kind of goes like here, there, and everywhere. So, hello again. I hope your guys' CVC is going well. So, let me kind of break down this news a little bit for you. So, we've been hinted at a couple things this last couple of months on what's going to come up as far as changes to the game. And we have this. So, like everything, of course, it opens up with the infamous Torin news logo to it. Try to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can roughly see what I see without having to explain a bunch of stuff. Well, but anyways, I'm gonna explain a bunch of stuff. That's just how it goes. So, alright. Okay, so this was the Torin news that was dropped in for us streamers this morning. Some people have shared it already. So, some people have shared it across the community. I wanted to kind of get like your guys' words in it. Now, in the chat, Gamer, you mentioned that, show you guys the hole where the building's going to be. I will get to that because there is actually not a hole. So, that's something else that's interesting. So we've seen it called, multiple things and other things, but there's translation things that come up with this. So, I've seen it referred to already by a few different names, and I kind of want to clear that up a little bit. So, Torin's news, first and foremost, here we go. So, this is what was shared with the streamers. All of this, of course, is in Russian. The last chart that they gave us, the last thing that they gave us was the Fury schedule markup that, is still kind of up in the air. We were finding like more hints, tips, and tricks about that as it goes along. Now, the thing is, this chart being in Russian, for some of you that speak Russian and speak English, or read Russian and speak English, or are Russian and read English, vice versa, whatever, however you want to put it, don't split the semantics. Here's the thing. Not every word that is in one language transfers to the exact duplicate of the other language. Multiple words have multiple meanings. Any of you that speak English as a second language or speak another language as a second language and English as your first, know this to be fact. So one of the misconceptions when we translate things is the meaning of words. That long-winded explanation being said, this chart is in Russian. Now, it has been translated to English. We have that. We will share that as well. But the thing is this first phrase right here translates to Chamber of Jarls. Now, one of the things is we've heard it's called a citadel because the word for stronghold is citadel in Russian. Now, in English, a citadel is a type of stronghold, or a stronghold is a type of citadel. However, not always 2 and 2 make 4. So, this being said, a chamber can often refer to a house or a building. Now, if you know where I'm going with this, you know that we already have a House of Jarls in the game, which is our stronghold. So, this, honestly, would be a sneak peek at the upcoming Stronghold update. Now, we have seen that, multiple towers have been discussed, multiple ways of defending have been discussed. This sheds a little bit more light on that update. I'll break this down. Here we go. So, this is the chart in English. This, again, like I said, will make sure it gets shared. I will make this bigger for the simple fact of easier explanation, and then I will get with how we know that the Chamber of Jarls, or building, quote-unquote, House of Jarls, is in fact it. So, actually, that would probably be the easiest to go first. So, as you can see at the top, it says building, quote unquote, Chamber of Jarls, information profile statistic, and then the next tab over says for the trophy. Now, let me see this. We'll go here. Here we go. Go to the magical mystery land of Vikings War of Clans. Stronghold. Jump over to any stronghold. Your stronghold would be preferable. Open up the building of the House of Jarls, which if you look, all the words are even spaced the exact same minus chamber versus house, and all the tabs are the exact same in location. So you have info, profile, statistics on the chart. Back to this. There it is. Okay. On the chart. Here we go. Boom. Information, profile, statistics, and the last tab that is the new one added, which is for the trophy. Now you have trophy percentages. It's got a mock-up number put in there, multiplied by 2,567,570. Do not know what that means. However, underneath you have studied, shows 3 stars, shows a 132 out of 255. Do not know if that is SH knowledge. They have said they are going to increase our strongholds, but we do have a number of there. Exactly. The values and details are also millions, which reflects strongholds too. Thank you. Excellent point, Paul. I wouldn't. I might have caught that like tomorrow when I'm still mulling this over, but awesome. This is why I like doing live with you guys, because you guys can put your feedback too, and it just makes it, more of a community feeling. Awesome. Yes, absolutely. And then it says, as knowledge is learned, the unique bonuses of the trophy hall. And then it shows the plus 132%. Now, the studied, I don't know if you guys can see these numbers. They are kind of small. Let me see. Bam. Oh, yep, there we go. Now, the studied is 132 out of 255. Out of 255. Now the 132%, but yet now the 132% reflects the 132 out of 255. Do not know how those apply. Don't have a clue. None whatsoever. Just kind of an interesting kind of spin there, because again, trophies, but then knowledge is learned. The unique trophies of the trophy hall are, so the bonuses go up. So of course, more knowledge, more percentage. We've seen this multiple times in the past. Now, cost of first level, or cost improved first level. Attack on cities is the name of the category there. Doesn't really show us like what these are. It shows us applied bonuses. And then scrolling down. That's the bottom of that one. Attack and defense of fortresses. The cost of upgrading the second level. Now let me see. Yep, that's all for that one. Okay, so I'll switch to the next one. Anyways, cost of upgrading the second level, much like what we've seen on our knowledge before. And just kind of one of those things of like, we don't know what this could bring. Let me see. This is the second one. It shows essentially the same as the first, minus the percentages. So this one, you pretty much like 0 out of 255 learned, 0% bonus added. And then it just kind of shows, everything's zeroed out because none of it's worked on. Don't know how many categories are in this, but if a precursor before is anything, these right here, I believe These right here will be roughly what your bonuses are for that. Not entirely certain. We have seen it before. Let me see if I can find an in-game example of this. Okay, I'll just use the SH again, because why not? That's what we're talking about. Yeah, honestly, the cost is what would, the cost is really kind of like what would frighten me on it as well. So, I think, honestly, and this is, again, me thinking, your first three, like, this is obviously our SH knowledge now. You know, we've got the 410 out of 410, 410 out of 410, 270 out of 270. So, when I look at the chart, and I start thinking about that, hello, Mr. Wolf. Honestly, when I look at the knowledge and I see, you know, the 470 out of 470, 250 out of 250, it makes me think of this, like the 255 out of 132, or 132 out of 255. Blech. Anyways, yes, 132 out of 255 gives you the 132%, which would then give you the 255%, and then I think that would give you a quote-unquote trophy to put in your trophy haul. So that would be the thing of, like, you know, you close, once you close off these, you would get the 255 or whatever, and then, you know, you'd break down, so you'd get your trophy for attack on cities, you'd then get a trophy for attack and defense on fortresses, would then go there, and then whatever the third category is, which we have no clue about. They did not break down this chart that far, I don't believe, unless I missed something. I mean, I might have. Let me double check something real quick. Brief moment here. Nope, that's all the chart. That's it. So, okay. Anyways, so, like, honestly, it'll be higher and higher bonuses. Now, see, I smell smoke. You bring up an important fact, because you're like, just another reason Plarium is forcing us into bigger and bigger clans. I don't necessarily think so. I think yes and no at the same time. And here's my take on that. I think yes, you are going to need clannies. They said it is not possible to defend alone. Now, alone does not necessarily mean, or bigger clan does not necessarily mean, along with the not defend alone, does not necessarily mean that 2, 3, maybe 4 people cannot be a clan to defend this. It just means they are trying to promote people to get into clans and play with other people. Instead of, like, I will solo this to death, it is now going to be the whole make friends, be social, play the social aspect of the game as well as playing the game. So I see it as it could potentially mean, yes, obviously the bigger clans, the top clans, whatever you want to call them, get stronger. However, it's not necessarily a matter of all of them go out and join big clans. I think split across the cost of a clan, split across the cost of a clan, it might not be as expensive. So, I mean, yeah, they could be forcing us to be in bigger clans, but they could also mean it as, you know, forcing us into clan play. We've seen it in the past. They're trying to promote Kingdom Peace. You know, hence when it's been asked in Q&As, will we ever get soul shards for attacking Home Kingdom? The answer has always been no. The other thing is like, you know, will you be able to defend the new Citadel levels, new SH levels solo? No. Will you be able to, you know, I mean, we've seen it progressively go from don't play this solo to, you know, just like work together as a clan. So as I said, so far it looks like the tabs across the top, this would be a new tab in the Stronghold. I do not know necessarily. Obviously, let me get back to this. Switch this view. We do not know, obviously, exactly like this update will be this year, but we don't have an exact date. Fills me with a little bit of anxiety and terror. So like one of the things is like one of the things is like they're saying they want us to promote clan play, meaning they don't want us to necessarily play solo anymore. So when somebody says, "Hey, they're forcing us into bigger clans," not necessarily. It's like get like 3 or 4 like-minded people. Like Sunny said, you can easily fill a fort OS or a stronghold or something with 2 to 3 people, depending on your achievements and other stuff. Hello. So it's really just kind of like like they're trying to force us out of solo play. They don't want a bunch of solo players sitting everywhere all over the place and people complaining that solo players are pretty much running everything. So they're trying to promote that. They're trying to promote player growth as a community as a whole, it seems. I'm saying it seems. The Fury schedule, yes. Torin's Q&A talked about 16 players cost more reasonable. Yes, obviously, the more players pay in to like unlock the Fury schedule, the less shards essentially is coming out of the clan collective. The more players there are earning shards, the more players there are, it's the same thing as like what we've said about the cost of hitting towers now. Everybody's like, well, these events are for big clans. Yes and no. Bigger clans have less loss felt personal because overall the whole clan spends to hit them. Versus smaller clans tend to be more conservative with their troops because, swell up double, triple, quadruple your size because there's 3, 4, 5, 9, 12, 20 people versus 100 people hitting a tower. Those smaller number of players are going to need to spend more troops to kill the same size towers as the bigger clans with more members. So, is something like this going to be clan? Yes, absolutely. Considering the fact that the main goal of this was to get away from solo players, and that's just kind of like seems to be the direction they're headed. I'm not saying, that's how this is going to work, but I'm saying they are trying to promote teamwork, communication, intercommunication. They said that the Fury schedule will unlock for your clan, which means that since it unlocks for your clan and doesn't unlock for your kingdom, you can choose to, share it with, share it with your kingdom. You can choose to share it with your alliance. You can choose to share, obviously not in the game, so you would probably need to screenshot it, send it to them, whatever. But it's kind of one of those things of like, they're trying, it seems, to promote the game growth as far as team play. Now, that will lead us to the section. I'll put my town there just because you never know when there's a Torin lurking around. That will lead us to the section of the other updates that have been hinted at. We've been told new shaman levels. We've been told new rune upgrades. We've been told all of that. Now, since we're talking about the Stronghold here, and we're talking about more applied bonuses, remember when a level 6 tower came out? Like, that's just kind of like as a reference. We all struggled with level 6 Odin Towers, and now a good portion of the game, I'm not saying all, because I understand some of you are not there yet in development growth. A good portion of the game, now a level 6 Stronghold Siege is fairly easy with either 1 player, 2 players, 3 players. So, like, them promoting this also promotes new clans and new players to catch up in a clan, in a community. This community is one of the reasons that has kept the game going. So it's just kind of like, yes, exactly. In the end, it will influence every single event in the game. How many games do we run SH Sieges? I mean, bonuses apply everywhere too. So smaller clans don't have a chance. Well, that's kind of one of those things of like they're given the same chance to grow and catch up as most of us. Honestly, I see a lot of people like complain about Asgard. Like, so I don't have Asgard gear. I don't have max VIP. And I honestly find a lot of these events expensive. Like, they're outside of my personal budget or what I choose to dump into the game. So there's different strategies and ways to play these. Now, the one thing that I've seen a lot of players struggle with these updates is, no, I know, and I understand this is not a complaint. A lot of the things, like I see people saying, well, I can't close my personal CVC, for instance. I can't close my personal. Well, first thing that pops in my head is, what palace level are you and how much time are you putting into this? Because if you're palace level 40, that means you're League of Asgard personal, which means you need 9 trillion points to close. But yet, if you're a palace level 40 and a 1 trillion influence player, unless you're doing major knowledge, major training on 24 hours a day, hitting invaders, ghosts, farming, and of course, running a level 6 SH Siege, which you're probably like not exactly up to par yet on knowledge, I would guess. Not saying you can't hold it. I'm just saying would be a rough estimate here. Then yes, you are probably going to have a harder time closing your personals. So everything that they are going towards is exactly like Sunny got it. The gear. It doesn't make it less expensive, just easier to close your personals. The thing is they are gearing these upgrades in order to continue the gameplay forward. The game has to evolve, otherwise it plateaus. Now, that being said, players need a goal. Like, you need something to shoot for. Like, when gear came out, we were all like, oh, gear upgrades. But yet, it's one of those things of play within your budget, play within your time, play within your strategy. Don't rush things, because if you rush things, then you're going to be pushed into a higher bracket of play than you're probably ready for or used to. So, it's like, yes, this is new. Yes, this is exciting. Yes, we all want bonuses because we know these bonuses apply will be huge. But take your time. Don't overdevelop too fast. Don't push yourself to get to the point where you're just like, I can't do anything. Now, the other side is like, we've been told that the Stronghold upgrade will come with multiple towers that are able to defend at multiple times by multiple people. We do not know how that factors into this. This kind of threw us for a whole nether loop, because this, in fact, looks like knowledge. Again, don't know how these infamous bonuses are going to apply. But, evidently, they're going to give us an attack in cities bonus. Now, and an attack of defense in fortress bonuses. I hesitate to say that, or I hesitate to wonder how this knowledge will come into play. As we saw with a level 6 SH Siege, when the Odin Tower went to 6, I should say, the knowledge increased obviously as well. When the knowledge increased up, that was when most of us were like, oh, we're dying a lot. As we got the knowledge done, as we got the gear done, as we got the other things that came out with that upgrade done, or with that update done, as we upgraded the things that came out with that update. There we go. Goodness gracious. Things became easier. Now, like, that's just kind of one of those things. Like, I feel like somebody should just make a roadmap to successful growth in this game at this point. Because a lot of people hear us talk about how we grow per influence, per certain sizes, per certain other things. And they just, like, don't, like, either some people don't get it or they don't understand it. But, now, like, that's the other thing is, like, you know, we don't know how these bonuses are going to be applied. However, as seen from other updates, when it came to the Stronghold knowledge and it came to the Stronghold in general, then things just kind of applied differently bonus-wise. Now, when it comes to... yes, yacht announcement should be tomorrow. Now, when it comes to relocating and the cost of relocating, now, like, that's the other thing. The more you dump into an SH, the more you want people to come to your clan versus going to another clan. So, like, it just kind of, like, depends on how you choose to grow your account, your clan, or other things. But it seems very much back to my original point before I get completely sidetracked, scatterbrained here. Seems to be back to the original point that they're promoting us to jump into clans and, like, they're promoting us to jump into clans and play with like-minded people on like-minded schedules to be able to come together. The cost of Drakkrs. I have a twofold, like, devil's advocate argument for that. So, my argument for the cost of Drakkrs is this. I've seen people say it is too expensive. And honestly, the thing about Drakkrs is it all kind of comes down to where you're trying to move to, when you're trying to move. B, your influence at the time of moving. C, how many times you plan on moving. I think I've had the same, like, 1,600 Drakkrs on my account for long enough for them to collect mold, mildew, and dust. Now, however, somebody that moves every chance they get, or every 30 days, or clan hops a lot, or kingdom hops a lot, on the other hand, you are going to need a massive amount of Drakkrs, especially if you're over a certain size, because it gets spendy. So, hello! So, it just kind of really depends on how many times you're moving, or planning on moving, or, again, size of moving. I know for some of the people I know in the top influence-wise, it would be expensive regardless to where they moved when they moved. Unless they moved to, obviously, certain 10 to 12 kingdoms. And even then, I imagine it would still be kind of pricey. So, versus, you know, somebody like me, 3.1 trillion, it depends on the state I'm moving to. So, again, Drakkr costs, you know, Drakkrs are expensive, yes. I don't disagree. But what I'm saying is, if you move kingdoms with knowledge and forethought and planning and strategy, might not necessarily be a problem. Now, the other thing is like when it comes to updates like this, back to the Torin news, is clan promotion of clan growth. These bonuses and what we see here, honestly, would affect multiple people in the clan. Now, or would affect everybody in the clan, anyways. So it would really just kind of depend on, like, you know, are you joining a clan to play in that clan, to share the bonuses, to help work on things, to help grow the clan as well as you're growing yourself? Or are you joining that clan just because they have a winning record, you want rewards, and you're not going to be around that much? So, really, like, and I'm not knocking either gameplay. How you guys choose to play is fine. That's all your choice. What I'm saying is like, if it comes down to this kind of knowledge and you're wanting to build a fundamental clan or join a fundamental clan, what you're going to have to look at is cost of Drakkars, and is the cost worth moving with all the knowledge that you have provided. So there's that. Now, again, I don't know how these bonuses specifically are going to apply. It will be interesting to see kind of the breakdown of this. The other thing, let's go back and look at this. And oh. So honestly, when it comes down to these, it is looking like these bonuses are going to apply to military bonus. Now, I don't know if these bonuses are also going to apply to the Valley of the Aesir. We don't know if they're going to add to Valley of the Aesir bonuses or if they're going to add to the military bonuses overall. Some of these, as you know, the general info of our Citadel or Stronghold is that a lot of this knowledge, unless it is Valley of the Aesir specific, applies to us everywhere on the map. So knowledge total defense 10%, that means I get 10% in enemy kingdom, in my kingdom, out of my SH, in my SH, doesn't matter. I get that bonus in Yacht, Asgard, Home Gang, wherever. These are immutable bonuses. They do not change once they are maxed. There you go. The only things that affect them, obviously, as we know, are the reducers. Enemy offense, enemy troop offense, enemy troop defense, enemy troop health. Those will affect these. Obviously, Aesirs will also affect these. They add to them. War of the Aesir then, affects the other Aesir. Knowledge affects these. Our personal knowledge affects these as far as, like, Shaman's influence on enemy troops. That knowledge, for instance. Now, later boomer. Now, when it comes to these bonuses that we see here in this new information given to us by Torin, it does not say specifically. Back to this here. Put that there. Bam. Now, none of this says specifically Valley of the Aesir. Nowhere on any of this. Oh, I'm not saying GoFundMe helps smoke. I like it. Honestly, props. You made me laugh this morning. Awesome. So, honestly, it doesn't say anywhere in this information profile statistic for the trophies. So, in the trophy hall here that we see under the House of Jarls or Chamber of Jarls, whichever you want to call it, both are synonymous at this point. For me, I say for me because, again, form your own opinion. As well as, just keep in mind, all of this could change by the time it's implemented. But I doubt it. If they're already marking up like this, chances are we're going to see a good bit of this. Now, none of this, as I was stating before I went off on my tangent, none of this states Valley of the Aesir. None of it states military bonuses. None of it states, where these bonuses apply. As far as that 132%, as knowledge is learned, the unique bonus of the trophy hall increases. So 132%. And then, like, the first one is attack of cities. So obviously these bonuses right here, we do not know what these bonuses are. One is a whopping 1,500%. Okay. So the whopping 1,500%. We do not know how or where that 1,500% is added. For all I know, that could be 1,500% to march speed when attacking cities. I'm just saying. It could be. Could also be 1,500% to plunder when plundering a city. 1,500% to troop health during defense in a city, 1,500% to added onslaught bonus in a city. Who knows? But as we do not know what these bonuses are, we don't know how they're going to apply. So that in mind also takes us to here. So it shows 132 out of 255, which gives 132% bonus. Now, that 132% bonus, as you can see, 132 is a lot different from 1,500. So that tells us that the percentage bonus to the Hall of Trophies does not necessarily mirror the bonus of the knowledge itself. So if I have 1,500% to whatever, let's just go March speed here. If I have 1,500% to March speed on attacking a town, but my Hall of Trophies gets 132% bonus, what is that 132% bonus going to? I'm just saying, there's other bonuses here that are percentages here that are not necessarily applied. We don't know what these could mean. Obviously, there's a little nice little arrow right there, which means it opens to another tab. So there's that. There is that. As well as there's, I don't know if this is like a markup right here. Looks like an information tab. I don't know if that's a markup for what the developers are doing, what the developers are planning. I would believe the way a lot of these bonuses are going for would apply. I believe, honestly, like you guys are spot on with it too. March speed. If you use T7s or T8s regularly, even with plunder, your troops, your heavier tier troops, move slow. Also, the other thing I'm sure some of you have noticed, if you are in an onslaught, your onslaught slows down per the slowest troop that joins the onslaught. So like if you're all cavalry players and somebody joins siege, your murder ponies are now pulling catapults and your onslaught's moving slightly slower than it did. Obviously, the more troops in an onslaught, the slower it moves. So that honestly, like 1,500% to, speed would make perfect sense. Now, here's the other thing you guys have stated. You guys have stated offense on top, defense on bottom. Not necessarily. Since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. So, here's the other thing I'm thinking. 200%. 7 of these, one is 1,500%. If we denote potentially, and again, all of this could be horribly wrong. 1,500% goes to march speed, 200% goes to everything else. That would be 200% to offense during defense, 200% to offense during an attack, 200% defense during defense, 200% defense during an attack, 200% health during defense, 200% health during an attack, all on cities. Added bonuses straight across the board, 200% to each of them, depending on your type of gameplay, would be roughly what your clan would want to focus on first. A lot like our secret knowledge trees. Somebody in the beginning of the stream in my chat put like secret knowledge for your SH. Boom. Thank you. I will scroll back up and give you props by name, just because, you're just kind of like exactly where my brain went with this. Anyways, it appears that the, it appears that the idea behind the secret knowledge is now applying to our stronghold. We have multiple bonuses at multiple times to do multiple things that all stack up as a whole to make your troops stronger, depending on what you are doing with them. Now I cannot find it. Oh, right there, Paul Smith. Paul Smith nailed it earlier in chat. Sounds similar to secret knowledge that you have to select. So you have the strongholds with differing properties. Maybe. Sound literally looks like that's about how it would break down. Different bonuses per different types of things that all stack up. Oh, Torin confirmed in Star's video that it is SH knowledge. Awesome! Even better. So, there we go. We have hammered it down again. Torin mentioned the time frame of this. He didn't mention anything on the news, as the news literally is Torin's news. Said charts. Have a great day, Torin. There you go. So, honestly, the time frame he's mentioned before, unless he mentioned a new time frame on Star's video, time frame he mentioned before was after Adventures. Adventures was October, November, autumn-ish. So, 2-ish, 3-ish weeks, somewhere in there. And November, possibly. He said it would be after Adventures, and I believe before the new year. So, it looks like this would be more like, it looks like this, judging from what we've seen in Negan's chat, my last live stream chat with Torin, other things, it looks like more this will be a winter update. And that the Adventures is our autumn update. So I do not know exactly, but you know, again, now we know that this is the new SH knowledge. Thanks to Aegons for bringing the news from Torin off of Star's stream. Shout out to Star's Knight for getting that information from Torin. Shout out to Torin for sharing said information. So it looks like we're just gonna have to like build more of an SH. Now that could be 1,500 troops trained as well. We have seen a big bonus on wrong one. We have seen a bigger bonus go into training troops. Honestly, it's just one of those things. As these bonuses apply, we do not necessarily how they are going to break down. We do not know how they are going to break down or exactly where they're going. But that could be training speed. That could be in training. Now, you say a building, but again, information profile statistics, building chamber of Jarls. Now, could be a building, yes. Could also, like, I honestly believe it's going to be another tab in our House of Jarls building, unless Torin has said it's going to be a building. Now, when it comes to, somebody said show the holes in the map. Well, you know, there's a possibility for that too. Here we go. Into the rabbit hole of potential building slots. Oh, our SH has grown over time. I don't know if some of you played when the Stronghold first came out or not, but it has gotten very busy over time. So, House of Jarls has been the one immutable thing about our Stronghold. This has always roughly stayed in the same focal center point, but down the stairs, here we go. So, we have our Forge, Arms Guild, doohickey thingamabobber. Put armor on your troops. There you go, right there. We have our Supreme thingy, as Boomer would call it. That is the yeetest, elitist, kicky out of my SH building. We have the Trap building. And we have the Tower of Odin. Now, the fog is slightly cleared right here. All the way over by the Odin Tower. There's a cleared spot of fog right there. You can see the little plateau. Right there. You can also see bippity boppity boop right down the stairs. The stairs do extend past the fog line. Don't know. There are stairs coming down the fog line here. There is another cloud bank here. There's more cloud bank down here behind my picture. That pretty much looks like it for the SH because, you know, as we know in our towns, behind the House of Jarls, or just like our towns behind the palace, that is kind of immutable. Now, as stated though, the Russian version of this chart, boom, boom, these right here. I will go ahead and pop this up on my screen because I forgot you guys can't see what I'm seeing right now. So, pop this up right here, scroll, zoom in, bloop, bam, that right there. I know it's blurry. That right there literally translates to, as we put it, Chamber of Jarls. However, the meaning in Russian is House of Jarls. I believe... one moment. I've got a way to solve this. Boom. Oh, no, I can't do that right now. I was gonna just put my game in Russian, but I don't feel like kicking myself out of the game just to show. Anyways, however, that right there quite literally is the House of Jarls in Russian. So, it could be a new building. However, the fact that it is quite literally named the exact same thing as a building that is already pre-existing makes me believe that with new knowledge and other things, they will add a tab. Now, to support that theory as well, I'm sure some of you remember the town skins update. 4 years ago, 3 years ago, irrelevant at this point. What I'm getting at, I will show you. Infinite wealth of knowledge and history that I have here. Now, this tab, make sure I turn that off. Okay. This tab right here, this skins tab, this. Till the update, I added these. The doohickeys right here. I do not remember which one of these old school level 5 skins came out first. However, I remember until these little doohickeys that we came to know as guards, town skins, applied bonuses, general things that kept you up at night, made you want to cry when you upgraded them, extremely made you angry when they failed because star shards were in very, very short supply at the time. When these were not here, we literally had 3 tabs. We had info, profile, statistics. Now we have info, profile, skins, statistics. So, it appears with our SH, it will go something similar. Like it will then go info, profile, trophies, or Hall of Trophies, and statistics. I believe, honestly, they would put it in the same exact order that is in our palaces, as since the House of Jarls is very similar to a clan palace type structure. Let me open this. Oh, ha! There we go. I gotta get back to that. There it is. Okay. Here. Courtesy of Amber. Bam! House of Jarls. In Russian. And Torin News. Same. Boom. There. Boom. There. Bing! Exact same building, different tabs. So, here. So, it would be House of Jarls. That being stated, shows that now I do not know if to get to this mystery tab here that we are seeing. Fake news. Oh, got jokes. Always wondered what fake news looks like. Oh my goodness gracious, that's funny. So, honestly, it makes me wonder if we're going to have to upgrade our House of Jarls to get this tab, or if this tab is going to be implemented in the update and it will just have zeros across the board until we upgrade it. We do not know. There is that. However, as we just showed on screen and confirmed, it is the actual House of Jarls. Chamber of Jarls is a horrible fact and case in point that not all words translate from one to the other, vice versa. So, that being said, it is a House of Jarls or a entire SH upgrade. We do not know. However, there has been a lot of food for thought on this stream today. Now, in closing this stream, these charts, of course, these right here, will be made available in Proxy. We'll drop them in the Berserkr Bones chat in Proxy Discord. We'll drop them in Proxy 1, Proxy 2 on lineup. And also in other news, I have a giveaway coming up this next week. I will be releasing details about that. I might have a yacht giveaway coming up too once I hear from Torin. And anyways, yeah, that's just kind of it. Also, there's scavenger hunt will update this week. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Hello. Thank you all for being on the stream today in this like 1 hour long thing. And kind of like, you know, discussing with me these updates. It'd be interesting to see how these bonuses apply, and what it will mean for changes overall. As we have seen, this does break down to the actual House of Jarls, which means, as we already knew, SH update. We just don't know what to do. Now, a one-person clan. This was, with this update, they said there would be more Towers of Odin, which I will briefly go over and then end the stream. Now, they said there will be more updates to this right here. Level 6 is what ours is at, 66 right now. They said there would be other towers that run off of it, add on to it, blah, 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 blah. The other towers that add onto it, etc., 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 I might add, they have stated that you will not. Torin gave the express thing. Somebody asked, will you be able to run this solo? Will you be able to defend this update solo? Torin's response was a surprising hell no. So, this is again geared towards us getting away from solo play, as we discussed earlier in this stream. So it's kind of one of those things. Get ready, buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. This is one of those things of like new knowledge, new SH upgrades, trying to bring us more together as clans, develop the game, and make us fight smarter, fight harder, and come together as a community. So that was really like kind of like all I had for the day, guys. If you guys have any other ideas, or thoughts or whatever, put them in the comments of this video. If you have not liked and subscribed or hit the like button on this video, please. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. All my giveaways are subscriber only giveaways, so must be subscribed to enter those, as well as some of my chats coming up are going to be subscriber only chats on my live stream. So if you plan on interacting, please hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your CVC. Thank you for tuning in today and discussing this with me, getting some good community feedback and ideas. Have a good rest of your CVC. Have a good beginning of Yacht. I will see you guys on the next video later this week and in chats. Thank you guys once again for being here.